This slideshow will teach you how to convert from one unit to another using a method known as the factor label method. So the first prompt asks you to convert from 5 meters to centimeters. You got to know a little bit of background information before you can do this conversion. You got to know how many centimeters there are in a meter. And of course there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. And now you're ready to perform the conversion. So you start your conversion with the information that you're given in the problem. And of course you were given 5 meters in the problem, so that's what you start with there. And then you put in your fraction line. That's the line that divides numerator from denominator. And then you put in your I call this line factor line. I don't know what its technical term is, but I call it the factor line. And whatever goes here, you multiply by there. And whatever you put there, you multiply by there. Whatever you put there. And then you put down what you're trying to convert it into. And of course, we're trying to convert it into centimeters. Now, because you were given meters here, you have to place meters down here in order to cancel it. So that's why I moved the 1 meter from up here down here. And since you're trying to get it into centimeters, you put centimeters on top. Now cancel meters. 5 times 100, 500 centimeters. Piece of cake. Let's try another. 5 centimeters to meters. Okay, so start with your 5 centimeters. Put your lines in. Now this time we want to put centimeters on the bottom, so we will take this value and stick it down there. And again, the reasoning is because we want to cancel the units centimeters out, and you can only do that if they're like catty corner like that. And then we're trying to convert it to meters, so that goes on top. Cancel centimeters, and 5 divided by 100 is 5 times 10 to the minus second, or what is that? 0.05 meters. Okay, here's another. Convert 5 kilometers to centimeters. Now this one requires you to remember or recall 2 bits of information. First of all, you need to recall how many centimeters there are in a meter and how many meters there are in a kilometer or kilometer. Now with that information tucked away, you start your conversion with your 5 kilometers because that's what you were given. Put in your fraction line, your factor line, and what you're trying to convert it into. And then because you're starting with kilometers, you have to put kilometers down here. You have no choice. So you go up here and grab kilometers and the number that comes with it, and you stick it down on the bottom. And what it's equal to goes on top. Just a word. Never put anything in the fraction position here that's not equal. This is reserved for things that are equal to each other. Okay? All right, so cancel kilometer. Now you're in meters. Okay, but you're not home yet because you're trying to get it to centimeters. So I'm going to have to put in another line. And this time I put meters on the bottom to cancel meters because, again, remember they got to be catty corner. And then put your 100 centimeters on top, cancel meters, and you're done. 5 times 1,000 times 100, okay, 500,000. Convert 5 kilometers to millimeters. Okay, so here you got to remember a couple of bits of information. Okay. The prefix milli means 1/1000th. So if a millimeter is 1/1000th of a meter, you can get 1,000 of those things in a meter. Okay, so we start with the 5 kilometers, put in all our lines. Okay, got to put kilometer on the bottom to cancel it. That's equal to 1,000 meters. Cancel kilometers. Not there yet because we're trying to get it to millimeters. Now we're done. 5 times 1,000 times 1,000. You're there. Now, when you have units that are squared or cubed, you got to do a little special trick. So I'm going to show you that to you here in the next example. So we start with what we know about the relationship between meters and centimeters. And then we start with 5 meters squared that was given in the problem. And we're converting that to square centimeters. So first thing we do, we got to put meters on the bottom. And when we go to cancel, you know, if it's square meter, you've only canceled one of the meter squared. There's still another one there. So you got to put meter in twice down in the denominator to cancel both of the square meters. And so that's where you come up with your answer of 5 times 100 times 100. Okay, so it's 50,000. And when you do the cubic unit, you know, you got to do it 3 times. There's 1. There's 2, and you got to do it 3 times because the unit is cubed. So this is 5 divided by 100 divided by 100 divided by 100. Okay. And notice your units. Notice the only units that are left are meter times meters, which is cubic meters. So, I mean, you're all good there. Okay. Here's kind of a funky one. I'll take you through it. Well, I guess it's not funky. It's pretty easy. You just have to do it 3 times is all because your unit is cubed. Okay, there you go. Now, you can also use this with units of volume. So you can hear all these equalities when it comes to volume. I mean, there are all these equalities that you can know when it comes to volume. I'm not going to use all these. I'm just going to use the first one right here. So you start with your 5 liters. Got to put liters on bottom. Since I'm trying to get it to milliliters, that goes on top. So, you know, I pick that number there and stick it there, and that number there goes down there. Cancel liters, 5,000. Here we're going from cubic centimeters to decimeters. So I kind of look through here, and right there, there's a relationship that shows me directly you know, the relationship between cubic centimeters and decimeters, so I can use that right away. So I put my 1,000 on the top. That's a pretty simple conversion. And notice I don't have to do that 3 times because this unit is cubed as well. So you can cancel it in one stroke. Okay, let's see, milliliters and decimeters. This is going to be a tough one. Let's just let our units kind of guide us on this one and see where we go. So I start with 5 milliliters. I know I got to put milliliters on bottom. And so I decided to put this on the, I decided to put 1,000 milliliters on the bottom first. You could have used this, and I think you could have gotten to the answer, but let's try this one and see where it takes us. So that's 1 liter on top, cancel milliliters. Now I'm trying to get decimeters. Oh, well, okay, that was pretty simple because there's that equality right there which equates them right away. Cancel liters, you're in decimeters, so you're done. Let's try this one. So we start with our cubic meters, and so I think I've got to use this number here because it's the only place where I see cubic meters in all my equalities that I know. So I put that on the bottom, and that goes on top. And then I think I use this one because this converts me to cubic centimeters to milliliters. So that's what I'm going to use next. So there it is. Okay. I just wanted to point out that you can use this for units that are, I call them double units, where you got a unit in the numerator and the denominator both. So these are the relationships that I have to know to perform the conversion. So I start with grams, and notice that notice where I put the centimeter here. Notice I put it on the bottom. And so this is kind of weird because we've got to convert the grams to kilograms. We've got to convert the cubic centimeters to meters. So it's kind of like a double conversion thing. So I'm going to take care of the grams first and get that over to kilograms. Okay, so I'm done converting the grams. I got it right where I want it, because notice I'm trying to get it to kilograms, so the uncanceled mass unit is kilograms, so you're done there. Okay, now I got to take care of this. So to take care of this guy, you've got to put cubic centimeters up here. So that's why I put 10 to the 6 cubic centimeters up on the bottom. Of course, that's equal to cubic meters. And you can cancel cubic centimeters. And notice that the cubic meters is in the denominator, the same place it appears up here. So look at your units. Kilograms per cubic meter. Just like here, kilograms per cubic meter. You're done. You're done. You don't have to do anything else except the math. 5 times 10 to the 6 divided by 1,000. And there you have it. Here's another one. Again, notice where I put the denominator unit here. It goes right down there. That's key. Okay, so I'm going to take care of the kilogram part first. I'm done with that. Now, because I've got meters here, cubic meters there, I've got to put it up on top there. Okay? So there it goes. Cubic meter there. And let's see, I cancel cubic meters next, and I think I've got kilograms per liter. Those are my only 2 units left, and that's what I had up here. So I'm good. I just do the math now. You got it. I'm just going to solve a simple density problem using the factor label method and just kind of show you how it works. So you start with what you're given in the problem. So I know this is kind of hard to figure out the first time you see it, but you're actually converting 100 cubic centimeters into grams. That's a conversion that you're going to do, and you're going to use this to do it. So I start with my 100 cubic centimeters, okay, and I put my line in, and then when you're given density, it's really giving you an equality. It's saying that 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 5 grams. And so I want to put the cubic centimeter down on the bottom here. And I want to put the 5 grams on top, since those guys are equal. Now just cancel cubic centimeters. And again, I don't have to cancel 3 times. You know, I have to do this 3 times because the unit's already cubed. So, and the answer is 500 grams. Here's another one. This one wants you to change 100 grams into volume, and our volume will be in cubic centimeters. So now this time I want to put grams down here, and so I take the 5 grams and I put it down there. And that's equal to 1 cubic centimeter, so that goes on top. Cancel grams, and there's your answer, 100 divided by 5.